Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to 98.3 FM, The Life. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. Of course, I'm your host, Marty Jalove, and I come at you every single Monday night to talk about your job, your career, your vision made clear, the skills that you hone for the business that you own, the ups and downs, the smiles and frowns, where you're at and where you're bound. And if you miss any part of this episode, remember, you can always follow us on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. I've got a gorgeous guest here. Can't wait to be seen on YouTube. And or you can tune into the podcast at Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, anywhere you listen to podcasts. And like I said, I'm on a quest to bring you the industry best, and I always try to bring you a very, very interesting guest. And today, I definitely succeeded in that. Today is somebody who's just cheery, bubbly, excited, just always smiling, brings joy absolutely everywhere she goes. And what really cracks me up is when I told her I want her on the show. All right, this is a person who you have to know to love, right? I'm going to talk enough about her that even if you don't know her, you're going to love her. But she's that type of person that everyone just falls in love with so quickly to know her. She speaks openly. She speaks from the heart. She's out there to help so many people. So I tell her, come on the show. This is going to be great. I want you to share that joy with everyone. And she's telling me, oh, I'm petrified. I'm scared. Right. And so I'm going to pass it over to you. Let me see if I got this right here. Yeah, there we go. And so, of course, I am talking to, you know what? I just asked you to help me pronounce your last name. I'm talking to my good friend, Rosie here. So Rosie, yeah, you're on the camera there as well, that middle camera. So go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell them what you do, okay. And how they can get a hold of you. All right.
I'm Rosie Madulara, and
how do you pronounce that again?
Madulara.
Madulara.
You said it. You said it better than I did.
I like rolling at a Madular.
Yeah, there you go. The R. Emphasize on the R.
All right.
So to find me, Rosemary Madulara, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
I have been in banking for 27 years.
27 years. What, did you start when you were 2?
Yes.
All right. Nice.
27 years back in 1998.
Okay.
Banking was part-time, seasonal.
Yes.
Needed some nickels and dimes to, make a living, I guess.
There you go.
And it evolved. Banking has changed in the years.
I think banking has changed for the better because of you, Rosie.
Oh gosh,
you were part of it, right?
Thank you. And to hear that from you, and we've known each other for a while.
Yeah,
in the community.
Right.
So
both, dueling smiles. Okay. So obviously, I want to let everyone know. So today's show, I called Banking on Happiness. All right, because like I said, Rosie's a bubbly person. But we know about this joyful, giggly girl who shows up that I met at probably a lot of chamber meetings, networking events, and stuff like that. And it's one of those people that I want to introduce to other people, but it's also someone who's like, hey, I got to introduce you to someone. I turn around and I've been reintroduced to Rosie multiple times. They're like, you got to know her. Yeah. She's so happy. Right. And then it was cool when I brought my wife to a networking event.
Oh, yeah.
and I went to introduce my wife to you, and you're like, oh, we already know each other. Right. It was perfect. It was perfect. So, Rosie, we're going to talk about this banking and building connections and building community. Yes. All right. Because I think this is what's really important. I think that too often what we do is we view a bank as one of those big institutions within a community. We view it as a strange place to go, especially in today's day and age where we do all our banking online. Right?
Digital banking is strong.
Yeah. Yes. So what I want to do is remind people how a bank is very much one of the centerpieces of a community. And we're going to talk about what the banks do. But when we get started, after I explain how we lay out the show, because I'm not exactly sure how many of these episodes you've listened to, Rosie.
Today, I listened to about 4.
Nice. Oh, wow. I'm impressed.
I was in rapid fire.
Man, because I saw my numbers doubled and I was like, somebody's out there listening. So awesome. I'm glad you did that. So then you're a little familiar with the idea of why it's called Bacon Bits. All right. And I don't expect you to jump in yet, but let's see if you know it. All right. So the reason the show is called Bacon Bits is because bacon is that magical thing that everything bacon touches just becomes a little bit better. And so I wanted to show where I, myself, and my guests, we could talk about things, and maybe, hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we could make other things better. We can bring out that joy, that happiness in everything that we touch, just like bacon. But of course, we are not talking about the bacon for chewing.
We're talking about the bacon like this, right? Or like
come on,
this,
Rosie.
right?
The line was, we're not talking about the bacon for chewing. We're talking about the bacon for doing.
Oh, for doing. Okay,
All
I didn't catch that part.
All right. Well, four episodes she listened to. Didn't catch that part. All right.
I was fast. I'm
That's
kidding.
right. That's right. No. You're good. So what we do is we use the acronym BACON, BACON.
Mhm.
And so I put one together for us to talk about banking today. All right. And so what we're going to do is we use it as a light outline. So at least it gives me something to talk about.
Yeah.
But you're the banking expert. So you're going to take us on whatever tangent we need to go on. All right. So here's the bacon for today. When it comes to banking, B is build financial confidence. This is what working with your local banker can do for you. A is advocate for community growth. C is create meaningful relationships. O is offer tailored solutions. She's smiling at that one. She likes that one. And then N is nurture peace of mind. All right. So those are kind of the things we're going to be talking about, but we're going to let loose a little bit. I'm going to throw the camera back in you and the mic to you. And what I'd like you to do, Rosie, if you could you give us a simple kind of breakdown of how the banking system works, what goes on there? What ends up happening is we assume that everybody knows this because you've been in the industry for 27 years. Yeah. And so you assume everyone understands what goes on, but there's some things about it that people might go, oh, I never realized that. So I'm going to throw it back to you. Please explain to us how the banking system works.
So the banking system works in just like when you come into a bank. So there's and what I will call or describe a full service bank.
Okay.
So you will have a part that is your teller area and another part of the bank that is the new accounts or bankers is what they would call it.
All right.
And then there would be a part or component of your partners, like your business banker, your commercial lender. So different parts in the banking. So someone coming in, let's say, to open an account, they would normally go with, a teller to ask, hey, where do I go open an account? And we would direct them to a banker so that they could sit down and get to know them. And here's the part of relationship building, getting to know the potential customer.
Yep.
But it's not just, okay, what type of account or what I call the menu of accounts. It's more talking about what brings you in today.
All right. Right.
So customer coming in or a individual coming in, there's a reason.
Sure.
So for us to say what brings you in, it's kind of like navigating them. Are they going to the banker side? Are they going to the teller side? Are they there to see some of our partners? So
you all run out to the lobby to fight for them?
I don't often. My team usually kind of handles all of that.
All right.
But I will say when an individual walks in, it's the greeting.
Okay, sure.
It's the acknowledgement.
Yes.
So when you come into any business, right?
Definitely.
Eyes on you.
You make the person feel at home. You want to make the person feel necessary and seen, right?
And welcome.
Yes.
Acknowledge. And there's components to that in the banking industry, whether you identified, okay, I saw this gentleman, he was wearing a bright salmon color shirt with pigs on it.
Yes.
Right?
These are really classy
they
pigs.
Are with sunglasses.
That's right.
They got the summer look. So when that all takes place, what are we doing?
Right.
Are we asking questions? Are we having a conversation? It's not okay, you want to open an account, here's this, here's that.
Right.
It's really understanding what's on the other side of the desk.
Okay.
Understanding what their needs are.
And what their goals are.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what your plan to have with that conversation with that
Gotcha.
Potential customer or customer. So as that happens, it evolves. You get, what I call the transaction part. Account is opened because we're a bank. So we have to go through the formalities, the legalities, all of that other good stuff
Yes,
of it.
yes.
That gets all taken care of course. And what I say is kit glove service. Offer the water,
Right.
offer coffee.
Yeah.
What will make.
But I want to know now. I'm going to cut you off. I want to know what happens now. I give you my money, and now what happens?
So it goes through processing. So there's things called funds availability.
Okay.
Like I said, we'll go through the what comes with it, like a
Sure.
debit card, online banking. So we're making sure you're set up for